What's up, everybody? Joshua Yale here with Eric Barba to rewind this Become Legend Destiny TV spot. It was a live-action trailer for the game, which is really cool. But Eric, tell us what you do.
I'm a visual effects supervisor on this spot. I'm also the chief creative officer for Digital Domain.
And you've worked on some other really cool stuff like Tron and Oblivion.
Yep, I've been fortunate to work with Joe Kaczynski, who was the director on this spot, and his whole plan for this is going to be the game, or the live action version of the game.
Yeah, and so how did you get involved with this? Of this cool trailer of these, the Warlock, Hunter, and Titan going sort of like a tour of the Destiny worlds, blowing stuff up, shooting people.
It was really Joe and the agency 72 and Sunny that got us involved.
And also in the trailer, the cool part of the trailer is they play something classic. They play the Led Zeppelin "Immigrant" song. How did that trailer? What made you decide to use that song?
I think that was an agency decision early on, but once we had it and we were working with the rough cut, I mean, how could you not love it? I mean, it's one of the best things to cut to ever. So we were in.
Okay, so what we're going to do is do a breakdown of the visual effects that Eric and his team did. So let's just start right at the beginning of this special breakdown we have, where you can see the different layering, and we'll go. They are on the moon, with their little ghost, and here's the first breakdown. So where is this?
We are in Utah, lovely Utah. So we needed a place that had some interesting environment. And you can see through this breakthrough that, first you have to take out the sky, and thankfully, because the game has a little atmosphere and has gravity, we can make it work. And then we add things like craters and of course stars, and give it the color that we need. And the big blue marble we call the Earth, and a little bit of moon. I guess what we were calling it, like a moon dust or whatever.
So when you thought, oh, I need a place that's like the moon, that's desolate, and you just went to Utah.
As you would.
Yeah, a lot of desert there. So this is cool. So let's go ahead and let me stop right here, because this is from the game, a second from the game. So, but now you're blowing it to pieces.
We love to blow stuff up. In this case, we got a really great game asset, and we built it and painted it to make it match our live action world, and dropped in this hive, this Thrall Hive, and here they come. Here come the bad guys.
Yes, and this is and you have blue screen here.
Yep. So we also, besides shooting out in these environments, we had one day where we shot on stage, and in some cases it's easier to shoot certain types of things on stage. So this is a example of that. So I prefer blue. And in this case, we shot on blue, and we did a little helmet replacement here or there, and you'll watch the pieces kind of disappear, and off we go.
Cool. These costumes are amazing. Where do those come from?
Legacy Effects actually did the costumes for this, and they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, they are using all their signature powers, and so this is a cool effect. Can you explain how do you do something like that?
Well, I mean, first it started with a plate, and so that's our live action guy actually out in the Utah desert. And we had this helicopter fly real low, and then once we had that plate, we track it, and we add all these little cool pieces. Our effects guy Eddie and his team, they're crazy. They came up with such cool stuff, and Eric Ebling, I guess one of the main effects guys that worked on this, he's crazy cool, and this is his work.
Very cool, very cool. Yes, done. And now this is a setting change.
Yeah, this is actually in Mexico, out in the forest of Mexico, and this is meant to be the environment for Venus.
And Venus, baby.
Exactly.
Very cool. And here they are fighting again, some different aliens. What's it like filming live actors interacting with these digital creations?
Well, Joe had an idea of what he wanted the action to be, and so he directed the actors during this take. Again, this is shot probably an hour from Mexico City. And then we drop in kind of what we call post-viz, all the little characters and all the little actions, and then we kind of just blend it all together. In this case, you could also see where we have our blue volcanoes in the background.
Very cool. Venus has blue volcanoes. Who knew? And so this is an awesome shot, the sort of the 360 spin around.
Yeah, this is definitely one of Joe's babies that he conceptualized early on, and so this was shot at 120 frames a second. Claudia Miranda was the DP who also shot Tron and Oblivion with us. And so there's this monster rig underneath that's spinning super fast. It would kind of chop you in two pieces if you got in its way. So that it was very safety conscious. The guys were tethered, but just to get this really cool shot.
Very cool. And moving forward here, now we're on Mars. So where is Mars on Earth?
Well, this is Moab, Utah.
Okay, still Utah.
Yeah. So we shot in a few different places in Utah. And it was probably only about 100 degrees when we shot this, so it wasn't too bad. But the poor guys in those suits were probably miserable.
So what was it like transforming this into like the red, the red rock of Mars?
That's part of our color process. We do all of Joe's color timing for his stuff, so he gives us specifics, and sometimes we'll send him some early images. He'll pull them up in Photoshop and then send them back to us saying this is the kind of look I'm going for. And then we'll take the raw footage. In this case, it was from the F65, the Sony F665, and make it look like he wants it.
Very cool. And where'd you cast that guy? He's huge.
Yeah, he was awesome. He ate a lot at the craft service table. That was a problem. He got in line twice, and so. But he was fun. You know, he's one of the good characters.
And is this a real explosion here that you guys did?
We started with a real explosion, and then of course everyone wanted it bigger, and so we had to enhance it as we often do. But it's always nice to start off with something practical because it gives you light and real things to work with.
Awesome, cool. And you added the flames and the debris. Yep. And here, this is the coolest setting. Although this is actually not in the game, from at least from my experience. So where does this setting? Where did this come from?
This is this setting is actually the Cave of Swallows in kind of an hour or so out, well, a couple hours out of Tampico, Mexico. And so we had to fly from Mexico City there after we shot the other stuff, and just 500 steps down, which makes fun for the crew carrying all the equipment up and down. And we shot there for a full day, and it was pretty impressive. And there's all these swallows that swim at the bottom and all these crazy things. And they used to have people that would base jump in there, but apparently someone died, and so they didn't allow it. So of course then we had to do our thing and put a virtual guy in there.
Sure. Oh, that's completely. There's no practical effect with the diver.
No,
okay. Yeah,
we did lower our cameraman down to the bottom, and it was pretty harrowing. He was a trooper and got to get some of this internal stuff. So that's actually from the bottom of the Cave of Swallows, shot up. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is an awesome shot. We're not going to see that in the game, you don't think? Do you know anything?
I don't know.
Well, I certainly hope that maybe some DLC in the future. We can do the Spelunking expansion pack. So yeah, there you go. That's an awesome shot. This has been the Become Legend TV spot, and thank you so much, Eric, for giving us all the behind-the-scenes trivia from Digital Domain.
You're quite welcome.
And for all things Destiny, you're right where you need to be. IGN.